Hello, everyone. I have seen these super cute polymer clay worry stones that artists are selling on Etsy and on TikTok, anywhere between like 15 and $25. And I thought, wow, those are so cute. I'd love to be able to make them myself. And I found the $6 set, yes, $6 at Five Below, set of 48 colors of polymer clay. And I thought this is going to make a great challenge. Let's see how many little animal worry stones I can make out of this 48 color $6 polymer clay set. I checked out Etsy for some inspiration and I found this really cute fox polymer clay worry stone. So this fox that I'm making in this video isn't my own design, and you'll actually see in a little bit how I kind of like really mess it up. But then I fix it, right? So that's the lesson here as you're watching this video. So you can see sort of my fail and then how I fixed it. So you can do the same. So what I'm doing here is using this nifty little plexiglass tool that I picked up at the craft store in the clearance section. It's something that I've had around the house for a little while. You don't need something like this, but it does help to create a uniformly round surface and a smooth surface with the polymer clay. So then you'll see I'm just to make the worry stone part, just pressing my thumb. You can use a little ball or anything that you kind of have on hand to make this part of it. And then I'm just smoothing out the clay. And it's hard to see in the video, but so much dust and little nicks get in the clay. And so I was just constantly smoothing it out, getting out those little dust particles, getting out those nicks. Something else that happened a lot during this process was the black polymer clay got stuck to the white polymer clay, and then it makes it look dirty. And so that's a little bit frustrating because we don't want the coloring, right, from the black polymer clay to mix in with the white, because then it creates kind of like a gray color. And so you'll see I'm using some like different tools to try that I just kind of had around. These aren't the best tools necessary to use for this project, but again, like this was my budget project, just doing the best I can, right? So cutting little pieces for the ears, cutting some pieces for the eyes and the nose. And so you'll see how that is going to come together in kind of like a weird way. So here you'll see that I've started to shape the ears and shape what is going to be the nose and the two eyes. And what you'll see moving forward is that these pieces, as small as they may seem, as small as they look to me initially, are actually way too big for the piece that I'm making. And so you'll see how those look when they come together. And so proportion, is always something that we talk about, in the arts, right? Getting the proportions correct. And you really see just how my piece looks so strange because the proportions of the eyeballs and of the nose and of the ears, they just aren't right. I needed to make everything much smaller than I anticipated, and you'll see that in the corrected version. And it also just goes to show that if your piece turns out this way and you're really unhappy with it, you don't like how it looks, it is often an easy fix, right? It just takes some time to figure out what those different proportions are, what sizes look good. And that's part of the creative process. And I encourage everyone to go through that um, as they're creating art, is that we are going to hit these pieces or times rather of frustration. And it's a matter of just sort of taking a step back, taking a deep breath, saying, okay, this isn't working. What can I do differently so that the piece can improve? So I wasn't happy with the way that it turned out, and so I basically took those pieces off, took the eyes and the ears off, and you'll see here I created much, much smaller ones, and I think it looks better this way. I mean, maybe some other people might like the other version with the huge eyes and the funky nose, but I think this one looks a lot cuter and I'm much happier with it. Next, I put an eye pin into the worry stone in case I wanted to make it into a keychain later, and then baked it on the ceramic tile according to package directions, which was 265 degrees Fahrenheit for between 15 and 30 minutes. And this is what came out. And I'm really happy with the result. The type of clay I used was very challenging to use. And it doesn't look, exactly like what the professional artists on Etsy are selling, but it's still super cute, and I will either enjoy it myself or I will share with a friend. Thank you for watching.